it's a beautiful balance and it's really, really hard. And it's like, and where the thing, I guess I don't know. I have no idea what it's like to be you because I'm just me. But like when we're in it, right? When it's
Yeah.
effortless, when it's all just, it's like, oh, I got this forever. Like presence, gratitude, joy, the morning routine, whatever.
Oh
Like
yeah.
and this is cool. I figured it out and I've got it forever, right? And then it's
Oh,
like, yeah. And sometimes
yeah.
we don't. Because the only truth is that it's change. But it's but then we recognize that it's like this is like this exists. This is something that we can, and
Yeah.
it's that yeah. Um, the journey
That
to just the harmony of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was my like the I need a new name for it. I always say this, but my solo Europe trip, the Europe
Mm.
changed my life canon arc trip when I was 19 or 20. I think it was 20. That was that moment for me where I was like, "Oh, I cracked the code." I'm like, I
Right.
actually I know what the law of attraction is, so like everyone
Classic
else
19, 20 year olds.
literally
Like,
literally
yeah,
like everyone else is so fucked.
right. First existential experience, just being like, oh, cool.
Like, does anyone else know this? I'm like, I thought I had the cheat code, the
Well, you
action
did, and you
replay. I
didn't.
did. I did, and I still do, and I also don't. It's beautiful because it wouldn't be that fun if I did. It's like Pokemon, you know? I had an action replay, which is like a cheat code essentially, where like you can get a level 99 Aerodactyl in like Pallet Town, and so you're beating up on like a level 3 Caterpie, and it's like, where's the fun in that?
Yeah,
I
where
know
is
that this
that's what I've been saying this whole time. That level
exactly
three
the level
Caterpie, you
3
gotta
Caterpies
level
were
four
way
it.
above that, but now it's like I remember doing that, and like literally I was like, okay, well I'm just gonna start over without the cheat codes because this is boring. Like it is the journey, but totally 100%. I was like, once I had the love adventure wealth acronym, I was like, yes, like life is now easy. I've cracked the code and my code. Like it's solved, and all will be bliss henceforth. And then it's been like 7 years of not bliss since then, which is okay. There have been like brief moments of bliss within that, and there's been so much joy and so much beauty and like the memories, the people, like all of it. But my like state of mind has not returned to that level of like
Hmm.
optimism and like perhaps naivete, but like who cares, Who
Right.
cares? And it hadn't returned to that probably until Bali. Yeah, Bali was the first time where like things were better than what I could have imagined in a long time since that trip.
And I think that like again, it's such a funny line to walk because on one hand, right, it's like everything is internal. You can reach nirvana just through your own practice. Like you don't need the external stuff. Sure. And living the experience as a human being that reawakens, rewires, re-shows certain things, right? Like that is what keeps human beings alive, in tune, aware, like falling in love, right? Like when you're like convinced
Who
that you could never feel that way
did
again.
that?
Yeah, I don't know, just like that's an example, right? Like, but like being for me, it's like the the feeling of that adventure of travel in a new place, right? Like when the magic of the serendipity just flows in, and all of a sudden you're like, you've met these people, you're in this place, you're having these conversations, and you're just like, all of it, you're just like, wow, like this still exists. This plane of reality still exists where I can connect with people in this way, where I can feel this way about the earth, where I can see things like, and it's like in theory, you remember that those things are real. But when you haven't actually tasted it in so long, it's like you can't.
Yeah.
It's like when you crave, I don't know, like a food that you haven't had in like 10 years because the person that used to make it for you moved to the other side of the world, and you're just like, that in theory you really like that thing, but you don't remember what it really tastes like. Um, an experience, just yeah, it reminds you that living is so much more than everything else. And it's like, not that it's like the reason to live, and also it's like it's kind of the reason to live, just to continue, like,
Yeah.
to be alive, to be in those feelings and that experience, being like, oh no, this is the depth and the breadth and the expansiveness of what it can feel like to be a human being and what it should feel like. I will open the
Yeah.
floor.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's almost, I've been saying this quite a bit. Um, it's like beautifully cruel and cruelly beautiful that these memories that we hold on to, it almost, if it goes too long without you creating new memories, rather than it being this like fond memory where like Europe for so long was this like, it was the orgastic green light. It was like, I'll be back there. But then because it had been so long since I lived that again, I had gone back to Europe, but I wasn't in Europe.
Right.
It had been so
Right.
long since I had lived in that space that like it almost became, rather than this like positive memory, not that it was a negative one, but it was like, fuck, like am I ever gonna get back to that? It was
Uh-huh.
this like, I held myself to this standard of joy that I was like, can I ever even reach that again, or is the rest just downhill from here? And so
Well,
like, yeah, go ahead.
so and that people do that with so many things, right? They do it with romantic partners, they do it with
Yeah.
experiences that they've had, they do it with moments and time in their life. You know, a lot of people, it's like they peaked in high school or peaked in college. It's that forever rose tinted, like, you know.
Hmm.
And I think people like you and me, you had that experience and you were like, okay, this is something to kind of reattain, right? And some
Yeah.
people I think are just like, I had that experience and nothing will ever match it.
Yeah, they lock
You
that
know, it's
in.
like, okay, be careful. Um, but there's a level of recognition that has to come too, of being like, okay, if you are somebody that has had those experiences and it's like you, there's a desire to kind of go back to that feeling or that openness, that connection, there also has to be the recognition that it's like you are no longer the person who, you can only experience things for the first time once.
Yeah.
And there's, that's part of the magic, right? That it's like you will never be able to have a first experience backpacking through Europe again because
Yeah.
you already did that. um and then being like, okay, well, the next thing, it will feel similar because it's in that same universe of the heart cracked open, just like flooded with being alive thing, and it's going to come in a different package, right? It's like you've, you know, taking hits of the same drug and you haven't felt the same, like you got high the first time, right? And then it's like, well, you keep doing the same drug over and over and over and you've never experienced that same high ever again, and yet every single day you're like, well, what if this time? And it's like, well, the definition of insanity is
Yeah.
repeating, right? Like seeking that thing. It's like, okay, what if that feeling is going to come in a different package that might look similar? And yeah, doesn't
Yeah.
mean that it's gone, it just means that we have grown and we have changed, and like, yeah.